welcome to you, my dear students. We are in the last chapter of trial balance, Unit 11. The last chapter of Unit 11. This is Unit 11. Yeah, trial balance. Unit 11 is trial balance. That's right. We are at the activity 1. As you can see, finished with the content of the lesson, the explanations, the application, the know-how, everything that that is related to the trial balance. Now you know. Now you know. I'm saying that now you know. If you don't know, which means you haven't watched the previous videos, the previous sessions. Yeah. So I advise you to watch the previous videos before you come and prepare this trial balance with me. Yeah, that is my advice to you. Right, children. Anyhow, we are doing this. It's a textbook activity. The page number, of course, you can guess at the very end of the lesson, Unit 11. Prepare the trial balance using the following balances. Trial balance. Now, as you know, children, the trial balance comes at the very end of the bookkeeping process. In the previous, in one of the previous sessions, we discussed about the bookkeeping process, and several times I told you that, not several times, a number of times I told you that the bookkeeping process is different. Actually, it is a part of accounting. All right, part of accounting. In the bookkeeping process, we get to prepare the trial balance just after we balance our ledgers. When all the ledger accounts are balanced, all the ledger account balances are taken and posted in the trial balance, listed down in the trial balance, right? Listed down as debit balances and credit balances. Well, it's not that much of a business, it's a simple thing. So we'll straight away get to this activity. But just before we start, I want you to ask something. I want you to ask something from yourselves. Is there a way to remember which ledger balances are debited and which ledger balances are credited? Is there a way to remember? Of course, I gave you a simple method, an easy method to remember which balances should be debited and which balances should be credited. What is that method? Yeah, I can hear somebody saying that somebody's dead. Who's dead? Who's dead? Nobody's dead. I gave you a system called the dead click system. Dead click system. It's a simple system and it will make this thing very easy. The dead click system. Let's see. We have a blank page right here. I'm going to draw the trial balance, format of the trial balance. It's a fairly simple one. Nothing to explain actually. We have the description column, a big one for description, ledger folio column, debit column and credit column. That is it. That's it. All right. Fairly simple format, right? But remember that we have to write the name of the business. That's something that children always forgets. They forget the title of the statement. You have to write trial balance. Otherwise, who knows that what sort of a table that you have drawn. You have to write the name of the table. Table name is trial balance. Prepare the trial balance, yeah? Trial balance. Using the following balances as at 30th, 9th, let's say 2021. 30th, 9th, 2021 of Rosal's business. Wow, what is that name? Rosal? That's a pretty name, right? Rosal. That's Rosal's business. Yeah, okay. However, we have to prepare the trial balance of Rosal's business. Rosal's business. I don't know how to pronounce that name. It should be Rosal. As at 30th, 9th, 2021. That is the month of October. 9th. No, it's the month of September. Yeah. So let's write the necessary names and titles for this table. The table is a trial balance. This table is a trial balance. All right, it's a trial balance. Okay. Whose business is it? We have to write the business name on top. Okay. We have to write the business name on top. Whose business? What is that name? Rosal. Whatever it is, it's a strange name. Rosal's business. There you go. Perfect. Rosal's business. Trial balance. Children, the trial balance is prepared as at a certain date. Remember, it's prepared as at a certain date, and according to this question, this trial balance is prepared as at 30th September 2021. It's 30th September 2021. Okay. Normally, the trial balance is prepared at the end, the very end of a accounting period. Yeah, the very end of an accounting period. This is the end of the month. So let's think that it is the end of the accounting period, right? Trial balance. Okay, just to make it pretty, trial balance. All right. This column is the description column, children. Description. Description. Debit column and credit column. Debit and credit. Right, this is ledger folio. Perfect. Sometimes we come across children when they prepare the trial balance, when they draw the trial balance, they draw a date column. No, there is no date column in the trial balance. Okay, no date column. Do not draw a date column. Let's refer to the question now. Trial balance as at 30th 9th, 30th September 2021, Rosal's business. First we have debtors. Debtors, we have debtors. 80,000. The debtors balance is 80,000. The balance of debtors account. 80,000. Okay. 80,000. Let's put this 80,000 to the trial balance, shall we? Debtors. $80,000. Next one. Second one, we have fixed deposit. Fixed deposit, 158,000. Let's put that. FD, fixed deposit, 158,000. Next one we have creditors. How much of creditors? The balance of creditors account, 60,000. 60,000 of creditors. Creditor. All right. 60,000. There you go. Next we have why? Why? What's wrong? It's correct, right? Yeah. We have creditors 60,000. See? So I put creditors 60,000. Yeah. Well, that's how you prepare the trial balance, right? Unfortunately, no. That's not how you prepare the trial balance. I'm just taking all the given balances and listing them in the trial balance, all in the debit side. Well, no, that's not how you do it. You should figure out first you should figure out which balances are debited, which balances are credited. You have a whole lot of balances. See, that's a whole lot of balances. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 balances. What are you going to do? You are going to list down all the balances in the debit side. Everything in the debit side. You have to know. That's not the way. First, you have to figure out how the balances are debited, which balances are debited, and which balances are credited. Right? Let's go and see. We have fixed deposits 158, creditors 60. All right. Let's take from the fixed deposits again. Fixed deposits 158. All right. Come back to the trial balance. Write fixed deposits. Fixed deposits. 150. Again, I'm just writing the debit side. Why? Again, I'm just writing the balances in the debit side. No, there is a method that I gave you. It's an easy method to remember. Which balances go to the debit side and which balances go to the credit side. What is that method? Can you tell me, somebody? Who can tell me? Yeah? What is the method? The method that I have given to remember debit balances and credit balances. Dead. Who's dead? Nobody is dead. The word is dead. 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 D-E-A-D. And for the credit side, I gave you another word. What is that? Click. C-L-I-C. Click. Click. All right. So what does dead mean? What does click mean? Children, dead means debtors, expenses, assets, drawings. All the debtors accounts should be debited. All the expense accounts should be debited. Yeah. All the asset accounts should be debited. All the drawing accounts should be debited. Let's look at that, and let's look at click. All the creditors accounts should be credited, liability accounts credit side, income accounts also credit side, capital accounts also credit side. That is the meaning of dead click, and you can get the help of dead click to prepare the trial balance. Yeah. Okay. Now debtors accounts, of course, see, debtors accounts debit, debtors accounts debit. See, that's why the debtors value, the balance is debited. Fixed deposits, why is it debited? Because fixed deposits are assets. Fixed deposits are assets. Then assets also should be debited. Let's rush through now that we know which balances are debited and which balances are credited. We have the fourth one, discounts allowed, 4,000. Discounts allowed, discounts allowed. We are giving discounts to debtors. Allowed, right? Discounts allowed. Let's write it down first. Discounts allowed. Discounts allowed. Which side? Tell me. Discounts allowed which side? Is it a dead item or a click item? Discounts allowed. Well, children, it's a expense. Discounts allowed are expenses. Expenses are always in the debit side. So let's put it to the debit side, 4,000, right? Discounts allowed 4,000. Yeah. Purchases is the next item. Purchases is the next item. Purchases. We have 250,000. Purchases 250,000. Which side? First, let's write purchases here. Purchases. Which side? Purchases. Is it a liability? Is it a income? Or is it a what? Expense? It is an expense. Purchases is an expense because we spend money to buy the goods, right? So we spend money, purchase expenses, purchase costs is an expense. So 258,000 should be in the debit side. Next, sixth item, machinery, 120,000. 120,000. Machinery, of course, it is an asset. So even before we write machineries, you know that machinery should be debited. Machinery should be debited. 120,000. Machineries because it is an asset. Seventh, discounts received, 9,000. If discounts allowed is an expense, if discounts allowed is an expense, if discounts allowed is an expense, discounts received is a income, received items. Discounts received. Discounts received. Yeah, 9,000. Is that correct? No, it's not correct. Why? It's an income. Incomes are always in the click side. See, incomes are in the credit side. That's why the incomes should be credited 4,000. Discounts received, oh, I'm sorry, it's 9,000. Discounts received 9,000. All right. $9,000. Well, we got one item into the credit side. Finally, one item in the credit side. Yeah. Look at the next one. 8th one. Bank overdraft. Bank overdraft 15,000. Children, do you know what bank overdrafts are? In one of my previous sessions, I explained the bank overdrafts very well. Overdrafts are liabilities. So we write overdraft. Overdraft. Right? And liabilities are the click side or credit side. 15,000. Overdraft 15,000. Then 9th item, salaries. Salaries 20,000. Expenses. Expenses, children. Let's just write down salary 20,000 because it is an expense. Overdraft debit 15,000. Salary debit 20,000. Shall we move on and get to the next item? No? No. Who's saying no? Why? What's the problem? Did we make a mistake? Yeah. Where? We took bank overdraft 15,000 and salary is 20,000. We put bank overdraft 15,000 in the credit side. Oh, it's in the debit side. Yeah. It's wrong. It's wrong. Good that you noticed. Very good that you noticed. Very good that you noticed. Overdraft is a liability and liabilities are credited. Liabilities are credited. Children, so 15,000 should be in the credit side. Okay. All right. I took it down a little bit, but dead click system is very useful. It's very useful, right? Okay, so we took salaries and debited salaries. Next we have capital, that is the 9th item, capital. 10th item, capital, 200,000. Capital is normally in which side? Let's look at the dead. No capital, no C here. See? Do you see a C? No, I can't see a C. C's are all in the credit side. See? See? So capital is in the click. That means in the credit side. We'll write capital. Right, capital 200,000 in the credit side. There you go. Is that all? No, we have 2 more, 3 more. See the 11th item, interest income 8,000. cash 40,000. Let's take interest income and write down interest income. Extend the lines a little bit. We need more lines. Yeah. All right. All right. There we go. We want the next item, interest income, 8,000. 8. We wrote interest income, and which column? Is it in the debit side or is it in the credit side? It's an income, children. It's an income. Income. And incomes are the click in the credit side. So incomes are in the click. That means in the credit side. $8,000. All right. Are we done? No, we have 2 more. 12. We have cash, 40,000. Cash, we have 40,000. Let's write the account name cash, and then we will try to figure out which column should be the cash balance should be. Which column should it be? It's cash. It's the cash balance. Is it a expense? Is it a asset? Is it a liability? Is it an income? Cash balance, the remaining cash balance, cash at hand, asset. So it should be in the debit side, 20,000. Then, oh, it's 40,000. Sales, we have 380. Sales, we have 380,000. Sales, 380,000. Sales. Let's write it down. Sales, 380,000. Which column? Which column? What? Why are you looking at me? You should be able to figure out. Sales, is it a expense, or is it a asset, or is it a drawing? Is it an asset? No. Is it an expense? No. Then what? Is it a capital? No. Is it a liability? No. Is it an income? Yes, it is an income. Sales, children. We sell goods to our customers, more and more goods. We get money. Money incoming by sales. So sales go to the credit side because it's an income. Remember dead? Remember click? Dead click. Now we don't need the dead click. We are done with the trial balance. Yeah. Finally, cash 40,000 and sales 358. Cash 40,000 and sales 358,000 should be credit because sales is an income. 358,000. Okay. Yeah, almost done. Is that all? Yes, that is all. 313 items are there. 380,000. 380,000. 380,000. 380,000. We are almost done. Let's take the sum total. Let's sum up the debit side and let's sum up the credit side, shall we? Right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's sum up. Let's take the debit side. From bottom to top, it doesn't matter. You can come from top to bottom or bottom to top. Just take the sum up the debit column, and then after that the credit column. If the balances, I mean the totals are equal, that means your trial balance is okay. Okay. Let's see, huh? Okay, let's see. All right. Now, children, we have the debit side 80,000 plus 158,000. 80,000 plus 158,000. All right, that is 238,000. 238 plus 4, 242,000. 242 plus 258 is 500,000. 500,000, 620,000, 640,000, 680,000. That is how I got the total of the debit column. 680,000. 680,000. Okay, I don't know whether you can add up numbers like I did, but you can do it leisurely. I just added up. That's mental maths, right? Yeah. Okay. Now, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We must get the same amount, same total in the credit side. Okay. Let's see whether we get the same total in the credit side. All right. When you take the credit side total, I don't think the credit side total will tally with the debit side total. Now, that is a problem. That is a problem. Let's see. 380 plus 380 plus 380,000 plus 8. 388,000 plus 200,000. 388,000 plus 200,000 here. 588,000 plus 15,000. 603 plus 9,000. 612,000. We get 612 only in the credit side. Now, that is a problem. There must be something wrong somewhere. That is what I can say. That is all I can say. There should be something wrong somewhere in the trial balance. That is why the debit total does not tally with the credit total. Yeah? Okay. Let's see. I'm going to zoom out, make it smaller for you so you can see the entire statement. Now you see, debit side we have so many entries. Debit side we have so many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Credit side we have only few entries. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That is not the point. We should check whether all the debit entries are correct and whether all the credit entries are correct. Let's see. We have debtors 80,000, FD 158. We have debtors 80,000, that's correct. We have debtors 80,000, that's correct. 158 is the FD, that's correct. Creditors 60,000. Now, we know that dead items are in the debit side. Dead items should be in the debit side, dead items, and click items should be in the credit side, right? So dead, debit, click, credit. Creditors are in the click side, click, dead click. Creditors 60,000. Let's see whether creditors are there. Oh, blast. We missed one item. We missed the creditors. Where are the creditors? Purchases, machinery, discount received, overdraft, salary, capital, interest income, cash, sales. No creditors. We have missed creditors. Yeah. So creditors should be entered to the credit side. Let's enter creditors somewhere around here. Creditors into the credit side. 60,000. Okay. Creditors in the credit side. Then what do we have? Creditors. Discounts allowed 4,000. Purchases 250,000. Discounts allowed is an expense. Purchases also is an expense. Discounts allowed 4,000. Purchases 250,000. Now there is another mistake. 250,000 is here, but we have entered 258 here. Right, children. Let's correct those errors. I actually made these errors just to make you interested in this statement in the trial balance, just to make you interested, just to arouse your curiosity and to seek what have gone wrong, to trace what have gone wrong. Now we found out what has gone wrong. Yeah. We missed one item in the credit side, that is creditors, 60,000. And then we made another mistake by putting purchases as 258. It should be 250,000. All right. Okay. Right. I'll make it bigger to make you for you to notice what errors have gone wrong, what places we have gone wrong, and the errors we have made. This should be 250, and the credit side, we should enter the creditors 60. Now if you add up the debit side and the credit side, it's going to be equal. The debit and credit totals going to be equal, right? Let's see. 80,000 plus 158,000. You do the calculation, you do the math. 80,000 plus 158,000 plus 4,000 plus 250,000 plus 120 plus 20 plus 40. It becomes 600 and not 680, it becomes 672,000. So likewise, children, we did and completed a trial balance. We made few mistakes. And you learned something more. From those mistakes. That means it's better than making the mistakes. That is better than preparing the trial balance correctly and balancing it at once. It's better than balancing at once. We made a few mistakes and we found out, we traced the mistakes and corrected. So in the end, we balanced the trial balance. This is your balanced trial balance. All right. So with that, children, again we reminded ourselves the method, the easy method which I gave you to remember which balances should be in the debit side and which balances should be in the credit side. The dead click system. Dead items in the debit side, click items in the credit side. So that is making a trial balance. If you get this type of a question in your exam paper, it will be so easy for you now. I'm sure that it will be nothing now for you, because now you know, using the dead click system, dead items to debit the dead items and to credit the click items. You can finish this type of a question in no time and balance the trial balance. That's great. I hope to see you soon with the next exercise in the textbook, that is activity 2. We have to prepare an entire set of prime books and ledgers, the relevant ledgers, finally to balance the ledgers and prepare the trial balance from ledger balances, with the ledger balances. We are going to do that in the next session. Then, until then, be good, do your work, and have a great time. See you very soon.